evening. Hi, you guys. Welcome back to Tylane Ducksworth Review. And I am Tylane. All right, y'all. Tonight we are back again, okay? Because Miss Nicki Minaj is at it again, all right? So tonight the internet is on fire, and at the center of it all is Miss Nicki Minaj, as I call her, okay? This time, y'all, she's going toe to toe with SZA, dragging Top Dog Entertainment into the mess, baby. From the rooter to the tutor, calling out Rock Nation and even tagging the FBI like it's Queen Radio meets Homeland Security. What the hell is going on? I want to say everything in this video is alleged. While Nicki is screaming about threats and shady business, is Nicki exposing real industry corruption or just lashing out at every woman who won't bow to her throne? And why is SZA catching strays left and right and center and front and back? She's out here selling out stadiums and minding her business. Furthermore, Nikki, you keep saying about you an icon and SZA's not an icon. Mind you, have been in the game for what? In between 15 or 17 years? SZA has only been in the game, I want to say, at 4 years, maybe 3 years minimum. So, of course, she's not going to be where you are. But she's doing well and she's on a trajectory of being an icon. Anyway, y'all, let's go ahead and break it all the way down. Drama, the deflections, and the double standards. Because if Nikki's gonna play victim, then y'all, we gotta talk about everything, okay? Including the man that Miss Nikki is married to. So we gonna go ahead and we gonna get into this, all right? You guys, in my opinion, Nikki, and I want to say again, everything is alleged before I go into what I'm about to go into. In my opinion, Nicki Minaj presents herself as a male centered female artist. And it is especially ironic that Nicki is out here accusing others of criminal behavior, y'all, and tagging the damn FBI when she's married to, let's not forget, who she sleeps next to every night. Okay, a convicted felon on federal probation, and she has publicly supported both her brother, who was convicted of child molestation, and her husband, Ken Petty, who is a registered sex offender who recently violated the terms of his probation. I think that was maybe last year or something, but this is all alleged, by failing to disclose travel plans. It might have been a couple years ago. When he was younger, he was convicted of attempted rape. Mind you, the SO. Excuse me, y'all. Let me take a drink. Because, baby, this is a hot ass mess. So that's why he's in a predicament that he's in. In addition to that, on a separate case later after that, he pled guilty to manslaughter. Now, y'all, I find this concerning that despite these facts, Nicki continues to use her platform in ways, to me, in my opinion, that don't align with being a girl's girl. Nicki has shown that she has clashed with nearly every female rapper who has entered the scene after her rise to fame. Now, while some might view this as defending her throne, others like me, y'all, I see this as a pattern of hostility rather than collaboration. I said in my last video about the way that Nicki slammed the door behind her in front of all the other ladies that came up behind her. She has also accused, it's like paranoia, like, I don't know what's going on here. And it's not just once or twice here and there, girl. This has been going on for hours and hours and hours. What the hell? She also accused Jay-Z and Rock Nation CEO Desiree Perez of plotting against her. Basically claims that many of us, just like I just said, interpret as paranoid or defensive. And I hate to use that word defensive referring to another black woman. I hate that. That is one of my pet peeves. Now, while she's online demanding federal investigations, girl, your own household is still under supervision. Now, whether you agree or not, it's clear Nicki Minaj has become a polarizing figure in hip hop, y'all, in the hip hop culture. With Nicki being a rap superstar, I said before, it's like Nicki Minaj doesn't know that she's Nicki Minaj. And she has launched a scorching new attack on SZA, out of all people. Like, girl, where did this come from? And now Top Dog Entertainment's president, he's known as TDE Punch, but I believe his government name is Terrence Henderson. I don't want to say if I believe SZA got caught in the crossfire, so she was going after Punch initially. Behind Punch had put out something, he was promoting his new artist. I believe her name is I Am Lyric, and she has a song called Broken Barbies. Nicki took that as if he was talking about her. She started going after him. Anyway, it began with Nicki accusing Punch of online bullying after she allegedly declined. She claimed that she declined to do a business proposal. The Breakfast Club's Lauren LaRosa said that she spoke with TDE Punch, and he really don't know what it's about. He said that she reached out to them to do a feature with to get SZA on a feature twice, but SZA was in heavy album mode, so he told her to send the information over. Anyway, as we all know, the feature did not get done. Okay. Nicki begs to differ. She claims that they reached out to her. She claims she has all these receipts she's going to show, and the Barbs are just agreeing. Nobody has sent any receipts yet, but you know the Barbs. Now, y'all can come at me if y'all want to, but I'm not about to go back and forth with none of y'all. Y'all don't know me, I don't know y'all, and I'm entitled to my opinion. It's amazing how Nicki always claims to everything is God this, God don't play about me, and all this, but yet you have fans who worship you like you are God. It doesn't matter. Even if they came out and gave all the evidence of what occurred, Nicki's fans are still going to side with her. And in my opinion, I believe that if it was versus them going to do something for God versus going to see Nicki Minaj, they would choose Nicki Minaj, okay? That's just my opinion. Take it how you want to. Get it how you live. Anyway, as I was saying, I won't get too rowdy, but these people working on my nerves. And another thing, I'm sick of all these people around here talking about. I heard a Breakfast Club. They act like they so in fear of this toxic, hostile fan base of Nicki. Girl, to hell with them people. God forgive me. I'm sorry. Like, I'm sick of this. Everywhere I look, I was looking at what's his name? Make it make sense. Mims. Shout out to Mims. He was sitting there talking about, don't mess with the Barbs. Don't mess with the Barbs. Girl, y'all just regular people just like me and anybody else. Y'all need to go sit down somewhere and find somebody to play with. This don't make no sense. And she be using them to do her dirty work. Anyway, and then she always want to play victim. She is proclaiming that she got receipts. However, it's 2 days later, and we still have not gotten anything other than her and the words of her Bob. So I'm about to get into this article real quick. I kind of said what I needed to say. I'm not going to go through everything. Just a second here. There it is. Okay. All right. Sorry about that, you guys. So pretty much this all started on the evening of July 15th. Okay. As you guys can see here, SZA and Nicki Minaj Twitter beef explained. I pretty much gave you guys everything. I just wanted to, show this article really quickly here. But let's get into the tweets here. As you guys can see, I have a little slide here of the tweets. Before I get into those, initially, Nicki started off with Nicki erupted, mocking SZA's voice, calling her musty, and asserting that if all of SZA's songs disappeared, the music business wouldn't even miss SZA. SZA fired back with I get bullied by millions online every day, then stepped my ass out on a packed stadium tour where people show me real love in real life. My parents are healthy and I'm the most successful I've ever been. Get some effing perspective and bark at the wall. Needless to say, SZA was not here for Nicki and her shenanigans. So looks like this is a parody account from Bob or something. I was just saying a little bit ago, somebody saying you really don't want to start this, girl. If you was crying before, you really gonna cry when the Barbs get to you. Girl, the hell with the Barbs. She also went on to tell her to go draw freckles back on Buki because she claimed that SZA be drawing freckles on her face, that those are not SZA's freckles. I didn't put it on here, but there was an article that I had saw, not an article, I believe it was on Twitter, on one of the sites, where SZA was basically saying that she used to get bullied, and so she tried to hide her freckles, and so she didn't, she didn't want one more thing to be bullied about when she was in high school, okay? So Nicki says on this tweet, liar, liar, pants on fire, sounding like a effing dead dog. That's in reference to her talking about girl voice and auto-tune and all this kind of stuff. So she goes in on lunch. Laugh out loud. Y'all remember that man from TDE who kept bullying me on Twitter for no reason? We still waiting on the receipts, ma'am. We have the receipts, laugh out loud. Now there is a little screenshot of something on here that we can't see. Laugh out loud. I never even responded to him. What was his name again, y'all? I'm going to give him a nickname. I'm gonna call him minus 30 million from now. That's in regards to she's claiming that for TDE artists, they streams started to fall or something like that. Forgive me if I'm incorrect. There was another one where she is a hashtag justice for Demarie or Demori. That is Desiree Perez's daughter. And this is in regards to allegedly Desiree's daughter filed a lawsuit against her. That's a whole nother story. Anyway, Nicki has a problem with anybody that is associated with Rock Nation. And she is claiming that TDE is in association with Rock Nation. So everybody is out to get her, okay? Lil old Nicki, everybody just out to get her. The queen of rap, the superstar who is known globally. She's the icon, and everybody is just attacking her, and she does nothing wrong. When this all kicked off, like I said on the 15th, I don't know if somebody was trying to contact her. I don't know if the bars was trying to get at her, if they forwarded this message over to her or what. But SZA says, LMAO, laughing my ass off. Let me go back to being calm, shy, and meek. Y'all have a blessed night. See you tomorrow for night 2 in Paris. So SZA is on tour with Kendrick Lamar. Nicki responded, I'm in a meeting, so I don't know if you were still talking ish or not. I believe she said if you did or if you didn't, I'll delete it later, ho. Then she goes on to expose SZA for some tweets back from, I want to say, 2011, when SZA was not even in the industry, regarding, I believe it was Beyonce, Madonna, and Rihanna. Do you know the level of inside hate for yourself? This is Nicki Minaj. You have had to be this much of a cunt for no reason to the women you later work with. Now want to act like you mother effing tarot card. BITCH quit. What an odd little weirdo. So as you guys can see here, she put up some tweets of SZA basically saying that Beyonce was starting to look like Madonna. Rihanna, I guess this was during the time when Rihanna and Sierra was going back and forth, because she was basically saying she didn't get it because neither of them can hold a note. So Nicki is addressing all of that. All right, y'all. All right, y'all. After she finished so-called exposing SZA, after dredging up old tweets that 9 times out of 10 her bobs when found for her and sent to her, accusing SZA of previously talking trash about everybody. She also piled on Punch, calling him minus 30 million, mocking his weight loss surgery, and even implying he's involved with shady business. She escalates her feud with SZA and TDE's Punch and continues to just unleash, just unhinged, in my opinion, on social media, aiming harsh insults at both. She was alleging that, let me see here, because I believe it's up here, you guys, just a second. Okay. Hey, this Justin. She said, "Oh my God, Bieber? Question mark? Question mark? No, this just in." TDE exec allegedly went to Dr. Now for his weight loss journey, and they just called him and said it's time to do the loose skin part now. Allegedly. See how cruel those barbs are? I was always taught. I know this is social media, but when you dig a ditch for somebody else, you make sure you dig too. These are some unhinged, hostile, ignorant fans. I'm sorry. Not sorry. Girl, these people are out of control. Y'all gonna keep on. Y'all gonna keep on, baby. Y'all gonna bark up the right tree. After that, you continue to accuse Punch of hiding, bullying, and making threats, even tagging the FBI in earlier tweets, and I'm gonna get to that, okay? Because something else happened later on. That happened earlier today. She continues to shade SZA's artistry, questioning her age, and then she mocks SZA's association with the Black Panther soundtrack. She also suggested that SZA's streaming numbers were fake, sarcastically pointing out 30 million listeners that miraculously vanished, disappeared. Like, girl, give it up. When are you going to stop this? Girl, I thought she was younger. On my last video, I thought she was older than the other rap girls, but I did not know that she was 43 years old. Girl, people in our generation don't act like this. This is ridiculous. It just doesn't quit. Then she's taking aim again, and it never stops with Jay-Z. Desiree Perez, Rock Nation, accusing them of blackballing people and being behind some of her industry issues because she's alleging she came on, I want to say that was last week, a week before, because it started a few weeks ago when she started in on Jay-Z, so maybe about 2 weeks ago, alleging that Jay-Z owes her from that title deal 100 to 200 million. Girl, do you know what's happening in the world? People are out here struggling, okay, having a hard time. People are getting laid off, waiting on unemployment, girl. People are out here losing their health benefits, losing Social Security and retirement is being affected, groceries high as hell, and your broke is not our broke. So you mean to tell me you sitting here ranting and raving and coming to us? What the hell we supposed to do? Go get a lawyer. Why are you reaching out to us telling us? And the same thing that you claim Jay-Z allegedly is doing to you, you trying to do it to him. All the statements you try to weaponize God, to my God don't play about you as if you the only person that God look after. Then all of this other stuff allegedly about Jay-Z blackballing you and not paying you. Girl, go get a lawyer. What do you want us to do if Jay-Z owes you 100 to 200 million dollars? What you want us to do? Then all this about he don't hire black people, he don't help black people. Then you tried to play the black card. Then other people working on my nerves coming out putting on there. Somebody put up people saying Jay-Z got with Beyonce when he was 31 and she was 19. Girl, them people married with 3 kids. What the hell y'all want us to do? Go in their house and take them apart? What the hell is wrong with y'all? Anywho, girl, I'm sorry. This made me so hot because I am sick of this. I'm tired of every time I pull up my social media, this lady out here cutting up. And it's everybody else's fault. Anyway, we about to wrap this up. I'm about to get into the last part of this. Nicki appears, the takeaway from this, y'all, is that Nicki appears to be in attack mode. She is taking on a wide range of industry figures, while SZA has largely remained composed. The back and forth is ongoing and it is intensifying, and fans are split between defending Nicki's rants and calling them unnecessary. We don't know what's going on. This is so embarrassing. And then you letting your barbs hype you up to continue to make the time. Are you a truth teller? Girl, you ain't no doggone truth teller. Y'all need to stop lying. Talking about we don't know if she a truth teller. Girl, we all have, everybody got a story. And everybody has flaws. Jay-Z not God, you not God. Y'all just regular people. Y'all just in an industry that y'all started out in music, make y'all millionaires, and then he went into being a businessman to be a billionaire or what have you. But we don't know y'all. We don't know y'all from a can of paint. We know y'all work. I like the music, that's what we know. But we don't know y'all people personally, girl. We don't know y'all. So just like you saying Jay-Z is capable in doing all this stuff, there were rumors flying around about you from Cardi B, allegedly Remy Ma saying that you was behind the scenes trying to blackball them and stop their bag. We don't know y'all. We know y'all artistry. That's about all we know. In a live stream, MackWop warned Nicki Minaj to tread lightly. Nicki, relax before you get put in the blender like your boy did. He didn't elaborate but implied the game has changed and she could face real backlash like Drake did during his feud with Kendrick Lamar. Now that's what I took from this, okay? But she took this as a threat, okay? So here we go. Let's see here. It goes into what I was talking about earlier. I'm not going to read all of that actually. She responded, is this a threat at FBI? Okay. So she tagged the FBI. Alrighty, y'all. Now, I don't believe this will play. Oh, it will play. What am I talking about? But I'm not about to. Actually, just a second. I'm going to play it.
Man, this internet shit crazy. I'm your blood. Hey, Nicki, relax. Relax. Or you get put in the blender like your boy did.
Alrighty. Anyway, so y'all heard what he had to say. Uh, anyway, y'all. Then she sent him a tweet at MackWop. Did you just threaten to harm me at FBI? I want this man investigated right away. He has ties to other people who've been a part of very shady business and is now threatening harm as well as admitting to a crime about someone else. Which boy was put in a blender? Well, obviously, Nicki, you must know something that we don't know. Because when he said that, I thought that he was talking about the only person it was obvious that he was talking about was the Kendrick Lamar and Drake beef. That's what it was. Anywho, her mind went far, far, far somewhere else. It seems to me that he's talking about Tory, so then she brings Tory into it. Tory recently being stabbed up in what many believe to be a setup at FBI. I'm ready to talk about everything I know. CIA director, these thugs have gone way too far. Now you miss be on there threatening everybody and talking about people dead mama, lying on your dead mama and all that kind of stuff. They have now began public threats due to their leaders feeling above the law. Girl, if you don't mind the business that pay you in your own household while you talking about criminals, you need to be quiet. Girl, stop. Nicki escalated this to a federal level, okay? She even went on to say something about she'll be a snitch, like Desiree Perez is a snitch. That was all, it's all on her page. If y'all want to go look at it, y'all probably already have seen it all day like we all have. So far, SZA, TDE, and law enforcement, other than what was the lady that was trying to help Tori, I think her name is Luna. She's on here. Let me see if I could, she tagged her. Okay, anyway, she tagged the state representative or congresswoman, the lady that was allegedly helping Tory Lanez after his incident in prison when he got stabbed, that came out trying to get his case reopened. That's the only person that commented. She forwarded it to her, but law enforcement themselves has not commented publicly. Meanwhile, social media is ablaze. Nicki Minaj's fans, them Bobs, are acting a donkey as usual. They are backing her, while others question why she's resurfacing old tweets and directing the feud towards another black woman. Then Nicki goes on, she continues to be on the offensive, targeting SZA, Punch, and listing the federal agencies, girl. She reached out to the federal hood, girl. In the words of Bundy Blue, girl. Bundy Blue called him the federal hood, girl. SZA maintains her calm. She is focusing on her highly successful tour in Europe. SZA is out here living her best life. At her stadium concert here, y'all, SZA is out here cutting up, okay? SZA is out here cutting a rug. Do you hear me? I'm not gonna list the person, but somebody added SZA and they put a tweet here, really rage baited Granny into, oh, they told SZA she rage baited Nikki. They call Nikki Granny. Nikki 43, y'all. Nikki ain't no granny, okay? So calm down, all right? Y'all be doing a little bit too much on y'all. I can be unbiased and right is right and wrong is wrong, okay? Y'all be doing a little bit too much. But anyway, really rage baited Granny into another coke rant. Allegedly, y'all got to stop accusing people of substances y'all don't know. Then got her fine ass up on stage in front of fans on her sold out stadium tour. Y'all, please like, comment, and subscribe. Okay, please like, comment, and subscribe. It will be greatly, greatly appreciated. Thank you guys for chilling with me. I'm Tylane. This is Tylane Ducksworth Reviews. I have a question for y'all. Will this spiral into legal action or die down with time? We'll be watching. Alrighty, and shout out to Hot New Hip Hop. Those, that's where the articles came from. Some of the information came from people.com. Shout out to y'all. Instagram, Twitter, and the New York Post. Alrighty. But all the commentary was done by myself, Tylane, okay? At Tylane Ducksworth Reviews, alright? Y'all take care. Till next time. And I'm out of here, okay? Y'all need to get it together. This is too much. This is too much.